PS4 games that let you go at it as a pair seem like they're now needed more than ever, and lucky enough, Sony's current gen platform is more than happy to oblige. The PS4 has quickly become the fastest selling console worldwide for a reason, catering for players hungry for exclusives, great multi-platform titles, and yes, 2-player PS4 games that can be enjoyed either online or locally via split-screen play. Our original list of 2-player PS4 games published back in March, and you guys took to it like ducks to water. But we've heard your calls and have put together this updated list for the summer/fall season. So, whether you're in the mood for hacking through hell as a varied squad of heroes, or want to shoot and loot together across a cel-shaded FPS universe, these are the best 2-player PS4 games, both online and local, sure to whet your cooperative appetite. Before we dive in though, be sure to subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, including Let's Plays, reviews and unboxings. Until then, I'm Aaron from Console Deals, now let's get into things.
90% of the population in Tall Oaks has been infected with the virus. That rounds out to about 70,000 hostiles.
Yeah, this is Raccoon City all over again.
While it might seem strange to kick off a list of the 10 best 2-player PS4 games with an upscaled PS3 release, the staggering amount of content on offer in Resident Evil 6 makes it still worth a look for any gaming pair craving a good time. This was the entry that saw the famed survival horror franchise fully swerve into action blockbuster territory, letting you and another player blaze your way across 4 sizable campaigns, all in the hopes of stopping a globe-spanning bioterrorist plot. Fan favourite characters like Chris Redfield, Leon Kennedy, Ada Wong and even Sherry Birkin come together for the very first time in the series, with each's storyline varying slightly in terms of tone and set pieces. And though going through the hodgepodge that is Resident Evil 6 can feel like a chore when going alone, experiencing it with another real-life zombie slayer by your side easily makes it a more raucous and enjoyable experience. Resident Evil 6 just makes our list of the 10 best 2-player PS4 games. Side-scrolling puzzle platformers simply don't get more charming than Little Big Planet 3. It expanded on the previous 2 games by adding in another 3 cute characters in the mix, each of which combined with the abilities of Sackboy to make sitting on the sofa and playing this with friends even more fun. Oddsock, Swoop and Toggle all play differently, jumping, swimming, swinging, grabbing across an endless collection of player-created levels. All previous user-generated stages from Little Big Planet and Little Big Planet 2 carry over into this one, meaning you'll never be at a loss for things to do. This is in addition to a carefully crafted single-player mode that includes the voice talents of Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie, made using the same tools available to players. Whether you want to get in and create together or just play through others' inventions with friends, Little Big Planet 3 is one of the best 2-player PS4 games that can't be played anywhere else. Developed by Blizzard Entertainment, Diablo III is quite rightly considered by many to be the magnum opus of dungeon crawling games. You and up to 3 friends can make a personalised character out of a decent number of classes, taking the fight to the devil himself in glorious top-down fashion. No dungeon crawler is complete without its fair share of loot, and that's exactly what keeps players coming back for more in Diablo III. Everything you pick up and equip while playing makes your character a stronger, more formidable warrior. The Eternal Collection is the only one available on PS4, and this is actually a good thing considering that it bundles the original Diablo 3 characters and campaign with the all-new Reaper of Souls expansion. The result is a feature-complete package that will have you and friends busy for potentially hundreds of hours, especially considering the post-campaign adventure mode, which ensures the slashing and loot never need come to an end.
Who does that?
While the first snack served as little more than a technical marvel intended to showcase the power of PS4, fans could rest easy knowing that all the first game's ideas were better realised in this 2017 sequel. Knack 2 is one of the best 2-player PS4 games simply because couch co-op is a rarity anyway these days, but especially in 3D platformers like this. Player 1 still plays as the eponymous hero, changing his shape and size to overcome puzzle obstacles and any different enemy types, only this time an extra player can drop in and drop out as they please. New this time around is a skill tree system that allows you to power up your knack in addition to unique in-story abilities centered around elements like iron, stealth and now ice. Alongside the 2016 remake of Ratchet & Clank, Knack 2 is arguably the closest you can get to a playable Pixar movie, only now you can experience it with a friend thanks to local cooperative play. Take on the High Goblin Empire and have fun doing it in the delightful Knack 2.
What does it mean to be a hero? It's more than just superpowers and costumes. It's being scared, but standing tall anyway.
The LEGO games are great for co-op because they appeal to players both young and old. And better yet, TT Games has been hard at work creating titles around some of pop culture's most recognisable media for almost 15 years now, meaning that there's sure to be at least one based on a licence perfectly suited to your tastes. For this list, we've gone for the first LEGO Marvel superheroes, not least because it features over 100 characters from the comic book world and lets you roam a fully Legofied version of New York City. Sending you and another PS4 player through an original Marvel storyline written exclusively for this game, you'll jump between characters like Spider-Man, Wolverine, Daredevil and more, doing battle against Doctor Doom to prevent his evil plan. LEGO Marvel Superheroes is one of the best two-player PS4 games for all these reasons and many more, being the ultimate love letter to a world so many kids and kids at heart have grown to love. It's pure 3D platforming joy with a superhero spin and should not be missed by cooperative players.
I welcome any ideas.
Maybe the bad guys can help.
The Divine is dead. Have you forgotten? We are on our own. There is only us and what we can do to protect each other.
What can yet be blessed, can yet be restored. One way.
Fantasy RPGs changed forever when Larian Studios released its highly anticipated sequel to Divinity Original Sin. A sprawling adventure set in the world of Revelon, Divinity Original Sin 2 takes place centuries after the original game to set you and a party of 3 others on a quest to become the region's ultimate saviour. One of the most notable aspects is just how much freedom players have, with each party member able to roleplay as their preferred fantasy character. Elves, lizards, sorcerers and even undead humans are all playable. Divinity Original Sin 2 sees the story build itself entirely around you and your personal decisions. Go anywhere, talk to anyone, and interact with anything to form your own rewards and consequences. In terms of multiplayer aspect, drop-in drop-out co-op easily makes this one of the best two-player PS4 games around. But why stop there? Up to 4 players can fight and explore side by side. If you're looking for the ultimate cooperative game to get lost in on PS4, you can't do much better than Divinity Original Sin 2.
This is more what I had in mind. Now, to whom am I speaking? The son who returned to scatter his mother's ashes, or the lunatic who has murdered his way to the top of my mountain?
While not the latest entry into Ubisoft's wildly successful Far Cry series, Far Cry 4 represents a time when the series was at its peak, letting you and another player roam around the Himalayas in order to take down a sinister dictator causing a whole heap of trouble. In this case it's Pagan Min, a natural successor to Far Cry 3's Vaas, who will taunt and disrupt you throughout this open world adventure. Far Cry 4 still looks gorgeous to this day and is especially fun when experienced with the player 2 by your side. Far Cry 4 makes our list of the 10 best two-player PS4 games because hunting exotic beasts and taking down outposts in online co-op simultaneously raises the stakes and makes events even more thrilling. This multiplayer mode is explicitly called Guns for Hire and sees you and a friend free to explore the luscious island of Kirat, defeating enemies and infiltrating camps. Weapon variety is also top notch here, from assault rifles that deal excessive damage fast to grenade launchers and flamethrowers that further enables you and a partner to cause that trademark Far Cry chaos. Quickly coming up on its 10-year anniversary, it might seem like an obvious candidate, but Minecraft continues to inspire generations of creators via its addictive block building gameplay. It's remained a two-player PS4 mainstay simply because you can create whatever you imagine, and doing so with a friend by your side acts as the perfect way to collaborate on an inventive level. build whatever you want in Minecraft sandbox mode using endless resources, or alternatively, find out how long you can both last in the much more challenging survival mode. Minecraft as a series has seen various spin-offs by this point, but not one of them has managed to usurp the original game. That's because two-player PS4 games don't get better than those that riff on your own imagination. You don't even have to be a builder per se, but rather an explorer eager to set foot on another player's server to see what they have come up with. Whether you're a PS4 player that wants to build, create, or just plain witness, if you haven't yet played Minecraft with a friend, you're likely missing out. The most recent two-player PS4 game on this list is also one of the best, not least because it excelled at taking an existing series and reformatting it to work for the cooperative format. Darksiders Genesis lets PS4 players fight across the realms of the underworld as a pair, with one playing as War and wrecking shop with his mighty Chaos Eater sword, while the other plays the long game as new Horseman Strife, who just so happens to wield two powerful pistols. Darksiders Genesis differs from previous entries in that the action plays out entirely from a top-down point of view, making it easy for you and a friend to always keep an eye on what's going on. You'll take down legions of angels and demons, solve all manner of environmental puzzles, and fight a wide range of screen-sized bosses, upgrading War and Strife so that they are almost unbeatable. As far as two-player PS4 games go, Darksiders Genesis is a hellish romp. Some looter shooters may come and go, but for many, the uncontested king of the genre is the madcap Borderlands franchise. Having stayed dormant since 2014's pre-sequel on PS3, Borderlands 3 exploded back onto the scene late last year, bringing with it more guns, 4 new Vault Hunter classes, and several cool ways for players to make this FPS adventure their own. What's more, it retains split-screen co-op play as well as the ability to do so online. It doesn't take long for Borderlands 3 to immerse you within a beautiful cel-shaded world, where every mission you play with friends makes you feel like you're flicking through the pages of a real-life comic book. New villains, the Calypso twins, will taunt you to no end throughout the story campaign, giving you all the motivation you need to take them down. Loot as many guns as possible and have fun doing it, all while having up to 3 players fighting alongside you in what is the best cooperative game on PS4.
We've got another proposal for them.
And that just about does it for our revised list of the best two-player games on PS4. As you can see, there's a whole bunch to choose from. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a share and a like, subscribing to the channel to stay up to date with all things console deals. Finally, don't forget that every game mentioned in the video can be found at its best current price over on the official Console Deals website, the link for which can be found in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy gaming!